everybody understands how it works. Hello, 7-6.
Hey, how you doing, Justin? Yeah, I was talking to Soldier Boy when I heard you QSY, but every time you would say where to QSY to, somebody would key up, and so I would just get 27-4 blank blank blank. Sorry about that.
You're all right. Yeah, whenever I pull off like this is where I like to go, man. You know, not everybody can get here, and the ones that have the good HF transceivers and whatnot, you know, they can get up in here.
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, I'm running my Anytone 555N2 right now. Hopefully it's sounding okay.
That sucker is probably one of the best sounding transceivers on the band this morning. If you want me to be honest, it's probably one of the best ones I've heard. You have a very good audio characteristic. You run your stuff properly, and it shows. So sounds really good, man.
Hey, Roger on that. Roger on that. Yeah, I heard you talking to my neighbor 529 Jeff, and you said you were on your old Unit and Grant that you just repaired. That sucker was getting out.
How did that sound? How was the audio on it?
Yeah, that had some audio. Definitely had some audio. I mean, it sounded good. I really love those old Unit and Grants.
Yes, sir. That's an old, the old square face, the 409 board. It's the one you want. It's a really old school transceiver. Now, I like the Unit and Grant LTs as well, but I like the older stuff. I like the XL as well, the round face. But no, this is an old 1976 square face 409A board. Roger?
Hey, Roger on that. Roger on that. Yeah, I don't own any of those super old ones. I have 3 of the old Unit and Grant XLs, and I have 1 Unit and Grant LT. And one of them's really good. 2 of them need to be tuned up. But yeah, man, I really love those radios.
Absolutely, yeah. The LTs are good. The XLs are good. They're all good. The LT is the latest version of the Grant, obviously. I have a round face XL that I did a lot to as well. But my square face is it's pretty special to me. It's a personal rig, you know.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, I look for those, but they're still pretty pricey when you find them. And then I'm always afraid to pull the trigger on one because you don't know what somebody's done to them when you see them used, Roger.
Oh yeah, they're easily hacked up. I mean, the one when I bought this one, it was all hacked up. In fact, last night I tore the channel mods out of it and I redid them and put them back the way I felt they should have been. I buy a lot of used stuff, a lot of stuff from other shops. I buy stuff from garage sales, flea markets, and I get all kinds of hacked up stuff.
Hey, Roger on that. Well, at least you got the equipment to fix all that stuff up, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, you know what? I haven't been getting any of the things for your YouTube. Like, YouTube's really weird. I haven't been getting any notifications. Are you still making videos?
I haven't made a YouTube video in a long time, but I'm going to start doing more YouTube stuff. I've been on Facebook, just playing around on my Facebook page. You know, I don't think a whole lot of people really enjoy the videos, so I haven't really made a lot lately. As you can see, I don't think very many people are too fond of me there. Over.
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, I have a couple other friends that do video gates and stuff like that, and yeah, I don't know that you got them haters out in the CB community that look down on the people that like to, you know, open up the hobby to different things. Like, man, I really wish this stuff was around back in the 80s and 90s because you meet some really cool people like through social media and the CB radio. So it's too bad we still got them haters out there.
It's like this, you know. I mean, I've been doing this since I was really, honestly, about 4.5, 5 years old. I started radio. Obviously, I wasn't repairing radios at 4, but and getting involved with them. Both of my dad and my grandpa were operators, big operators, and it's just been something I've done all my life. When I was in my early teens, I started doing tech work. I've been repairing radios and doing mods and upgrades and all kinds of custom stuff since I was in my early teens. And I'm 46 now, and I've been doing it a long, long time, and it's my passion. And it seems like when you have a consistent station or a station that's doing good, everybody wants to hate on the station that is consistent. And I just try to teach people and help others and show people that it's all on the antenna, man. It's all about the antenna.
Hey, Roger on that, Roger on that. Yeah, the first time I ever keyed up a radio, my father had an old 23-channel CB in his vehicle back in 1976. I don't even know what channel he was running, but I was 6 at the time. My brother was 5, and my dad would go out and talk, and every now and then, I don't know if it was legal, but he would let me and my brother talk, and it didn't matter what channel was on. All we knew how to say was breaker 19, breaker 19, and man, the first time we got a comeback, oh man, we were just so excited.
Well, I don't know. I'm one of the first ones that started really, truly back before all the big guys that you hear now, like D-Row and all the big guys on AM, all the big competition builders. I was building stuff and doing a lot of the stuff that you see the guys doing now back in the 90s. And of course now technology's drastically developed. Everything's changed and everything's went to surface mount. Things have really changed, and so what we have to do is kind of develop and change with them. Can I find you? Like, where do I go to look at your stuff?
If you go on YouTube, it's on YouTube. That's the only place I have. But JG Mopar UDX76. But I think even if you just punched in JG Mopar, my channel on YouTube should show up. And my little icon thing is a gray old Dodge car.
Yeah, I think I've talked to you several times and messaged you. I remember the JG Mopar, but I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, please do. Please record it. I'd like to hear my audio. I hope it sounds good. I hope I'm coming in sounding Q5.
Hey, yeah, it sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I have my clarifier like right down the middle, and I think it sounds really great. So I'll let you be the judge when you see the video, Roger.
Well, it's a very high-end setup here, so I hope it sounds good. I really do. I hope it sounds real good because I've got a lot going on here as far as my little station, so it ought to sound pretty good.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds good. It sounds good. I mean, I've had a pretty high noise level out here this morning. We have a really bad overcast skies and it's kind of moist, but I've had a lot of interference, but I think it sounds pretty good out there.
I appreciate that. You definitely sound good. Now, I'm running a stock microphone, but I'm working, right now I'm on the G90, working the SDR, software-driven transceiver. And I'm running that 12 watts from that transceiver. It's coming over and going into a 100-watt exciter. So I'm running a 100-watt exciter, and then that's going into the ground-mounted vertical. I'm modulating about 140, 145 peak watts. Over.
Hey, Roger on that, Roger. Yeah, well, it's definitely sounding good. Definitely sounding good. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm running, like I said, my Anytone Quad 5. I'm running a cheap Superstar CM4 trucker mic. I got my little RM Italy behind it, and I'm doing audio. I'm doing probably about 200 peak on my RM Italy.
You're absolutely. Is that RM Italy 203P? Over.
No, this one's the 503 HD, and then that's going into my Stereo Vector 4000 antenna, Roger.
Yeah, QSL. I like the 503. Has the 5-way output selector on it down on the bottom right where you can turn to different stages. I'm running the 203D right here. Now, I've done a little stuff to the 203D, as you can see if you watch the videos. I changed some components and gives you a little bit more RMS. You get a little bit more average. if you modify from the FPQ 13N10s and go to the 520s, you get a little bit more average, and you can put it responds a little bit better. They come out with the FPQ 13N10s, and you can upgrade to 520.
Hey, Roger on that, Roger. Well, it's definitely doing the job. Yeah, I have a little 203P that I run in my pickup truck. A lot of times I'll either run my Unit and Grant LT or my my Bearcat 980 SSB, and I usually put the 203P behind it, and it seems to do a pretty good job in my pickup truck for me.
Very good amplifiers. Very good amplifiers for as cheap as they are. I've ran several tests on them. I've loaded them up. I've ran a 100-watt continuous carrier. In other words, I've ran the amplifier up to 100 watts continuous output and let it sit there and run and look at it on the spectrum analyzer, and they're very, very clean. The amplifiers are biased for class AB, so they're fully biased for sideband, and they're very clean on the output.
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, whenever I talk to people that are running those, yeah, they usually do sound pretty good. I'll get on Kiwi SDR online and check out signals that are going around and stuff, and holy smokes, a lot of people that I talk to online, I don't realize how dirty their radios and how many channels they bleed over when they talk, and I was like really shocked to see that mess on the SDR.
What people don't realize, you know, and that's why you'll hear me say stuff to people, you know, and they'll cuss me out and tell me I'm an idiot, but they don't realize that I can, you know, I'm looking at the signal, you know, and a lot of people like to run Class C, and you can't run Class C on sideband. It causes you to sound like you're popping popcorn, and makes really distorted audio. You can do it, but it's not the right way to do things. Do you understand bias? Do you know what bias is, or do you know what I'm talking about?
I have a small understanding of the bias, but not really with audio equipment like this. I more understand it with like music equipment, like the stuff I do as far as tube amps and stuff, and just amplifiers in general. But I don't have a complete thing about it with audio on radio. So Roger.
Well, do you want a quick lesson?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So do you know Class C? Let my wife get out of here. She comes is what we build for AM. So when you have a Class C amplifier that's built for AM, the input transformer is directly referenced to ground. So the input transformer is referenced directly to ground. That's Class C. Class C, the transistors turn on and off every time that you key the mic and come off the microphone. When you're in Class AB, there is a bias voltage on the transistors all the time, meaning that there's forward bias voltage on the device even when you unkey the microphone. When you key the microphone, all the time, there's constant bias voltage on the device. What this does, 7.6, is it keeps the device turned on for a longer duration of the duty cycle. When you run Class AB1, the forward bias voltage keeps the device turned on for a longer period of time. When we run Class C, the device turns off and on every time we key and unkey. You don't want Class C for sideband because it makes you scratchy, poppy, and it makes your audio distort. When we want sideband, we want to run bias, and we want to keep the device turned on all the time. Does that make sense?
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah, I recorded that too, so I can go back and listen again later and keep that one for my records. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Justin.
Absolutely. what we do with class AB1 is we apply a little bit of voltage, and it just keeps the device on. And what that does is produces a much better audio quality and prevents us from having that pop, scratch, and distortion. I've got an open clarifier mod on it, and I was reaching across and I bumped the clarifier, and I'd moved my transmit down about 150 hertz, and I didn't realize it. He come back, tell me, trying to give me a hard time, you know. All these stations talking, you know, it makes heterodyne. So it'll sound like aliens and stuff going on in the atmosphere.
Hey, Roger on that. Roger, yeah. When I post the video, maybe some of that stuff, you'll hear some of that stuff in my coming through my receive, and maybe you'll know what it is. But yeah, I'm hearing some stuff I don't normally hear in my radio, so it's kind of weird.
Absolutely. What it is, if you look, we're at 27,412,000 in a half cycle, or in a half. So you can. We're transmitting and talking kind of in between. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what's happening is we're getting a splash from the adjacents, like the 415. We're getting a splash. We're getting a splash from 410. Let's move. Pick a frequency. And let the QS fly.
This one's actually good. I mean, I got you in there loud and clear. It doesn't seem like I'm getting any of the splash from any other stations. I'm just getting weird electronic interference.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can hear me okay, then we'll stay right here.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, no, I can hear you perfectly fine.
I mean, you're in the red. I mean, you're S9, so no problem here.
Yeah, I got you 9 out here on the coast, also coast of California.
Are you live? Are you watching the live?
No, I have my computer in a different room. I'm out in my garage right now, so I would have to leave the garage to go watch it live. If I put my computer in the garage, I'll lose my Wi-Fi. Understood. Tell me a little bit about your antenna and your working condition. Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, I'm running the Anytone Quad 5 N2, and I'm using the Superstar CM4 trucker mic, cheap $10 mic, into RM Italy 503 HD, and that's going out to my Stereo Vector 4000 antenna. It's about 52 foot to the tip, Roger.
Absolutely, yeah. The Vector 4000, the M400, it's a good antenna, man. Now, let me ask you, did you use your own hardware, or did you use the factory hardware that was in the box?
You know, some of the hardware that I noticed would rust, I changed and got some stainless, but I probably used about 40% of the hardware that was in the box, and then the rest I used myself.
Okay, yeah, so I always recommend on the Vector 4000, I split several up with other people. Don't use the hardware they give you. What happens is that hardware rusts and they break. I recommend that you use 632 stainless. 632 stainless. You can go to the hardware store, and you'll really be glad you did there. Over.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, I think some of the stuff when I was putting up the vertical part of it, some of the screws, I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to trust these, but those are the ones that I mainly ran the stainless in.
There you go. That was a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, especially living out here on the coast. Like I said, we're overcast with a lot of moisture, and it comes off the ocean. So yeah, we get a lot of oxidation out here on metal parts this close to the coast.
QSL, I'm sorry. QSL, yeah, we've got quite a few people in here watching the live now. I want to say hello to everybody. Hello to you, Brewster, 3006. Hello to all you guys. Thanks for stopping in. Oklahoma Delta Express. live on YouTube. Haven't been out here in quite a while, and I thought, well, I'll come on out and make a little bit of video for my YouTube channel. Anyway, 73s, and thanks for